I recently had the honor of making bows and arrows for the master archer Lars Anderson. This was to be used for a Comanche archery project. The wood used was bodark and locust. I wanted to craft these weapons in very traditional methods, so I opted to only use a knife to shape them from start to finish. I used wood ashes to clean the backs of the bows that sinew would be applied to. To back the bows, I used backstrap sinew from the buffalo. Bowstrings were also made from this sinew. A good sharp knife took care of the final touches on the bow, and for the most part I simply used fat rubbed into the heated wood for protection. The arrows were made from natural shoots, carved into Comanche-style arrows with their traditional style nocks. I sent Lars 2 bows, one sinew-backed and one self-bow, with some arrows that I made and fitted with iron warheads wearing a nice patina. First bow is the smallest of the two. It came in at 40 pounds. These short-style bows were typically only drawn to the chest, and the archer did not have a set anchor point. We'll talk more on this topic later. Bow 2 weighed in at 45 pounds. This had no sinew on it. Neither of them had an arrow shelf or an arrow rest, no nock points on the string, and usually had very low brace heights. But simple bows like this were used with great skill to feed and defend their tribes. There are eyewitness accounts of how legendary the Comanches' abilities were with a bow, but sadly this part of their history is lost and almost forgotten. These amazing feats of archery skill and warfare happened only a couple hundred years ago, just shy of the invention of the motion picture. It is our hope to pay tribute to the incredible Comanche warriors by trying to reenact what they accomplished with a bow and arrow. The style of war archery really intrigued me, so under the guidance of Lars, I began training and can absolutely say this is by far the most fun I have ever had doing archery. This is also the most skilled I have become in such a short time. I must say though that I'm still very much a beginner in this vast world of war archery. In this style, the arrow is placed on the left side of the bow and the arrows for the most part are held in the bow hand. I started with stationary torso targets like Lars uses so I could adapt to this style of speed shooting. I began to increase the difficulty by moving, running, jumping, changing the distance, and shooting at moving targets. Lars also believed the Comanche warriors could use both hands, so I began practicing that and was surprised at how quick I could change hands and send an arrow off with great speed. As time went on, it was incredible how easy the speed came, and not only that, but how much control I had with the bow. It truly was becoming an extension of me. The style of archery can be done in any position. The options are endless. Now we're going to go back to the no set anchor point as previously mentioned. Being able to use a bow in many positions, whether it be upside down, jumping, or hanging off of a horse, having a set anchor point is not an option. To practice this, the archer must think outside the box. Actually throw away the stationary round archery target and become more dynamic in his or her training. Comanches were amazing archers on foot and horseback. Challenge yourself. Give it a try. Have fun with it. I sure did. I've got more videos like this on the way, so if you like what you saw today, please consider subscribing. Like the video, share it. It helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you next time. Comanche Warrior Project, take 100.